not. Um, yeah, this is the life of Morgan. This is the life of Morgan. But anyways, I'm actually supposed to be kind of taking a lunch break, but I'm a little bit of a overworker a little bit. So yeah, this is where I'm at right now. But today I want to jump on here on live because I really want to talk to you guys about something I just did on Instagram. So if you were on Instagram, you saw it, but I want to share this with you here on my YouTube channel. And I know crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm when I feel like randomly I should be on a lunch break and then I want to jump on lives. It's because I just feel like chit chatting with you guys. Okay, so please forgive me if I'm a little extra. But the reason why I wanted to jump on live today was because I was just on Instagram and I asked them this question was, do you have seed in the ground? And I know we know like from a farmer that there is so much seed that they have in the ground because if the farmer has seed in the ground, then what they can do is they can expect a harvest, right? And I think sometimes we forget that we have seed in the ground. Sometimes we forget that we actually have seed in the ground. You may be like, Morgan, well, what's seed? Seed is not just money. Seed is not just what you've sown into a church financially. Seed is your time. Seed is you sowing your gifts into someone. Seed is your service. Seed is your helping hand. Seed is your love. So wherever you sow that seed, it says, whatever you sow, you shall reap. So if you sow love, you will reap love. If you sow your gifts, you're going to receive more gifts. If you sow finances, you're going to receive more of that as well. So you have to look at what seed do you have in the ground. And sometimes when we're going through hard seasons, we start to feel like we start to forget about our seed. And there were some seasons where I remember I would be like, oh my gosh, a big bill would come and I'm like, how am I going to cover this, Lord? How are we going to pay this? How are we going to take care of this? And then I would quickly remember that I have seed in the ground and that I've sown before and I've helped other ministries or I've helped other places and other things. And I would remember how I have seed in the ground with time and my gifts. Oh, you got ebooks that you haven't sold yet. Oh, you got products you haven't put out yet. Oh, you got this that you haven't completed. I would remember the seed that I had in the ground, and that is what would bring me out of my struggle season. So today I want to talk to you because I came on here yesterday. If you were on my live yesterday, you know I was talking specifically about finances because it's the first of the month yesterday, and a lot of people can be overwhelmed financially, especially in this economy right now, especially with things going on. There's just a big overwhelm when it comes to finances. And I'm sharing this with you because you got to remember the seed you have in the ground. And that seed may be a book. That seed is a resource. That seed could be a gift, okay? So when I was in my struggle seasons, even back in the day, I knew that I knew how to design websites. So that was my seed. I would design websites and that would help me fund my life at times. And so I would remember that. Also, too, when I have noticed that my ministry's finances, or let's say if we gotta do something for our prom dress drive and we need an extra couple $1,000s that we just don't have to give out yet. If we need that, then I already know that I have had enough seed in the ground, so I know what to do to get that extra $1,000. I don't have to go out here and do something crazy for it. No, all I have to do is let ladies know in the ministry, hey, here's a product. Hey, we have a sale going on? Would you like one of our books? Would you like one of our products? Would you like to join our mentorship? Like I know how to do that now because I have seed in the ground. So what I'm telling you today is don't forget about the seed that you put in the ground, because there's seasons where I've sat and wondered, God, how are we going to pay this bill? Overlooking my seed. And then then you're like, why did you not do that before? Like, what's your problem? But like overlooking my seed. And so that's why I have to ask you this again. Do you have seed in the ground? And you might be thinking, no, you don't. But there were seasons where like I served as a Sunday school teacher for like a year and a half when my ministry was just getting started, when no one knew my ministry and no one knew about it really, like 20 ladies, if that, including my mom was on that list. So there was not many people. But there was not a lot of people in my ministry, but I was serving as a Sunday school teacher with these kids and I actually really enjoyed it. But years later, when I left those kids and the Lord was like, you sowed seed in someone else's ministry. Like you put a seed in the ground, that's going to reap in your ministry, you know? And so I've also seen this for every woman that has ever served with me in His Daughter's Closet. Like so far, Lord of mercy, 3 ladies that have served with me in His Daughter's Closet, when they sold, truly like in our prayer teams, when they sowed truly, I have watched their ministries or their thing, and sometimes it wasn't ministry, sometimes it was businesses or merchandise business. I've seen theirs blossom and be so beautiful and go from literally an idea to the manifestation of it and standing in that blessing. And I know it's because I'm like, oh, because they sowed. They sowed here. They sowed in this, and now it blessed that. You know, like I know what the scripture says. What you sow, you shall reap. And so I'm just telling you this today. Sow, keep sowing in your hard season. If you don't have no money, your account is negative. This is the season to write the book. If you're struggling, if you have no money and your account is negative, this is the season to start the channel. This is the season to start going harder on the free options that you have. And I'm sharing this with you because that's what I had to do. Like, that's how I got started. I started with no money, but I do believe when you have God, you have quite a lot. And I had no money and I had God. And so I started with YouTube. And then I went from YouTube and I started a little with setting up a blog. And then with setting up a blog, I started with doing devotionals. Like, it just kind of led itself down its own path. But I want to tell you today, when you are in your most struggling season, that is when you need to be getting a lot more seed in the ground. That is when you realize you don't have enough harvest, right? So when I'm in my struggling seasons, that's not when I'm like, oh, well, I'm just can't do anything and I got to wait till another season comes and I'll be better. It's like, no, this is this time you get seed in the ground. So when another struggle season comes later on, you'll have a harvest to pull from. So I want to tell you, if you don't have seed in the ground, it's time to get some seed in the ground. If you do have seed in the ground, remember that seed, okay? So I got to give you this example. Years ago, I was in Tulsa. I was super broke. I was walking down the street, and I started to talk to God about a particular dream I had. I had a dream for my YouTube channel. I had a dream for a podcast. Like, I had all these dreams, but I had $3 to my name. I had $3 in cash, you guys. And I was walking down this road, and I literally had $3. And I thought, because when I was talking to God about these dreams, there were 3 dreams I had. Oh, I just remembered the third one. Okay, I couldn't remember it earlier on Instagram. Okay, I just remember a third dream. So I had these 3 dreams. And when I got to I said, I had $3. I was like, each of these dollars represent that dream. And eventually I ended up coming across somebody, a homeless person, and I gave them those $3. And I remember that. You know what I mean? Oh, I do not know how you guys are doing this. Somebody sent me something the other day. I don't know. I don't even know what this is. Hold on. And I will say I have never done this before. I don't ask for donations like that or anything just because God has been really good to me. I don't have to, but I appreciate it. And I obviously appreciate that. But I just don't know. I've never done that before. But thank you, Zora. I truly appreciate it. But not just you. There were some other people this past like a week or so. I don't know if YouTube updated my YouTube channel or something. Like, it was like hype, super chats. Sorry, I didn't care about the emoji. No, you're fine. But like, I didn't know. Maybe YouTube updated something. Because literally this week somebody sent me money on you. I'm like, someone can send you money on YouTube? Like, okay. But maybe that's something I didn't have connected or something. I don't know. But thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I honor you for that. Thank you. But I was just sharing this with you guys because sometimes your seed will not be money, but if it is what you have, like literally you got one dream, put $1 on that mug and give it away. And so when seasons get hard, you can remember that you have a seed in the ground. Okay? And because it will get hard, but that dream will come. Okay, one of those, I sold $3 for my dreams, and one of them I am literally very close to that, way further than I was then. But 2 of those dreams still feel kind of far, but I'm definitely on the journey to them. So I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, so I'm sharing this with you today is not to forget your seed in the ground. Someone said, I see a lot of people sending money on YouTube channel lives. Huh. I'm never on live. Maybe I was on live. I get on live every so often, but I was just on live yesterday. But maybe it's just maybe my people just ain't never clicked no money thing. I don't even know how to send money on no YouTube live. Let me see. There is a bag on my screen. What's a bag? I don't know what that means. Okay, never mind. I don't know. But okay. I understand because it's like I've heard of super chats and all that, where people will like send in money to ask questions and stuff. I've seen people do that before, and I mean I appreciate it truly, but that's not how I do things. But I mean I appreciate it. But real quick, I want to tell you, and this is okay. Let me tell you how I do it, because y'all would be like, well, Morgan, why don't you use the super chats? And no, I'm not in Tulsa or not in Texas. I'm sorry, I'm not in Texas. Um, okay, it's been for a while. Thank you, Ariana. I just didn't know. So I don't do super chats, and even I don't really do donations. I really don't even do donations with my ministry, but we do get donations of prom dresses, which maybe you can see back here. There's like dresses back there. That's what I do ask for donations, because we give them out to teens in Oklahoma that don't have, that's like a low income. So that's why I do ask for prom dresses, so girls can get their prom dresses and it's not a strain on their family. But okay, so let me say this. Okay, if you want to ever donate to my ministry, ever in any way, be a part of my email list and be a part of the sales that go on, so that when you donate, you actually get something in return. So example, if you're gonna say, I wanna give to His Daughter's Closet $5, there's actually an ebook that is $5. And that ebook actually is probably gonna bless your life. That ebook might be about growing in your faith, starting your business, getting past fear, whatever. So one thing I really love to do is try my best that if you give me something, I want to give you something back that's going to lead you closer to Jesus Christ and bless your life. Okay, so that's how I do it. So if any of you ever wanted to donate to my ministry, today we actually are having a $5 ebook sale, and we don't do that very often, but we're doing it today. And so yeah, I definitely appreciate that. And someone said prom dresses are definitely expensive. They are. And so I'm so grateful to all the donors and all the people in my community and some of you girls online. Y'all have sent y'all's prom dresses to me. Like, I've gotten quite a bit of prom dresses from you guys, all different parts of the world. And I'm so grateful for that. And right now our prom season is kind of getting closer. But I did say the bag highlighted your shop. I have a shop. Okay. See, y'all, I probably don't be using YouTube like I could. Pin to live stream. I don't have a shop connected. I need to probably add stuff to my shop, huh? On here. Because that's like, no, there's all these Fenty stuff. Like there's all this beauty stuff. I maybe eventually should add like some of my stuff here, then I could pin that. But actually I have a ebook sale going on. I have an ebook sale going on today. It's only $5. And you guys, these ebooks are killing the game, okay? And that's why I said have seed in the ground. Because some of these ebooks, I actually forgot that I never put them on my site to be sold. There was like 6 or 7 of them today that I added to my site that I never even added before. And I'm like, why didn't you add those? Seed in the ground, okay? So let me show you. Oh, now I got my laptop here. But like, some content creator ebook, my YouTube equipment list, that Christian girl guidebook, CEO, like how to get started and walk in your purpose ideas, how to have a miracle month and like what that entails. And then also like how to batch content and all that. And so, yeah, that's kind of just, I guess, how things go. I'm really wondering what's on YouTube, man. Sorry, you guys, I'm getting rid of some people. So yeah, so I have a lot of little different like ebooks. So we having an ebook sale today that is only $5, and somebody just sent me a super chat for $4.99 on here. I appreciate you so much. But I will say, if you ever want to help me, serve to me anyway, I didn't even know like they could send me money on here. I appreciate it. But don't worry about doing it on here. Give it to the ministry. Because if you give it to the ministry, it'll eventually get into the areas it needs to get to. Especially like our prom dress drive, it'll get into that. And the ministry does pay me over time. So, and pays our assistant and pays our editors and all that. And so give to them, because if you give to them, it will trickle it down to every other part of that runs the ministry. And so that's what I will say. So if you want to give, don't give by like trying to donate $1 or $5. Don't do that. Just go to our website, our shop, and buy something, which might be $1 or $5, and just buy, so you will get something in return as well. And so, yeah, so please, like, if you are somebody who would want to donate, and if say you don't have money, we also take prom dresses, and that's major because we don't sell them. The girls don't have to pay a fee to get them. Like, you give them to us, and then we literally get them prepared, get them cleaned. And a teen in Oklahoma that cannot afford it, like minority teen, are usually underprivileged teens, that's who gets it. And sometimes it's quite a bit of Native Americans, African Americans, and Caucasians in the area that I'm in. Oh, and some Hispanics. And so that's kind of like the range of the girls who get it. Some girls we do take photos of with them if they allow us to. Some don't. So it just kind of depends. It's a hit and miss. We also don't want to make no one feel uncomfortable. Like, let's take a photo of you. And you're like, no, because I don't want to tell people I got a free prom dress or something, you know? And you don't have to dry clean it. We do all that for you. And also most dry cleaning places, if your dresses have a lot of bedazzle on them, a lot of jewels, they may not dry clean. They will just spot clean. So that's why we have to be really careful with that. So we take stuff to dry clean, but sometimes they're like, we can't because we're gonna spot clean it and steam it, but that's about it. We can't dry clean it for you because it's not gonna do anything because we don't want to mess up the jewels and all that stuff. So yeah, so hopefully this video, like, I jumped on here live to ask you, do you have seed in the ground? Do you have seed in the ground? But also I wanted to tell you, click that link because I want you to see some of the seed I have in the ground, like random seed that I actually be forgetting I have in the ground, okay? And that sometimes the seed is the actual you serving is your time. Sometimes the seed is your gifts. And sometimes the seed is you literally writing that book that you were supposed to write, okay? Like sometimes that is your seed. And I do not know where all these people are coming from. I know they're not subscribers because we're like a 98% women-based audience. And so I don't know if YouTube be recommending my lives to other people or something because that's pretty weird. And no, I cannot speak Korean. No, not at all. So anyways, hopefully everybody that was on here that knows your girl, hopefully y'all get what I'm trying to say is make sure that you really try to pay attention to the seed you have in the ground. Don't forget about the seed that you put in the ground. You could have put this seed in the ground 5 years ago, and that's that. And you did. You know what I mean? Don't forget about that. And those $3 that I sowed in the ground, so to speak, some years ago, I mean, don't forget about the seed you put in the ground. And don't forget that your gifts are seeds. Don't forget that your ideas are seeds. Don't forget that that idea you want to start, that is a seed. Don't forget that. And so sometimes we don't see a lot of progress unless we didn't put enough seed in the ground. So if you notice that you're in a struggle season like year after year, you need to look at your seed. You need to look at your seed. You need to look at your seed, okay? And then if you know, because I will say, look, 5 years of a struggle and you know harvest, then it might not be God. It might be that there's not enough seed in the ground. But now, you go through a year, we understand there is some wilderness seasons we go through where it's just going to be harder. We know that. So I just want you to tell you that. And if you're like, well, Morgan, I don't know what seed to put in the ground. Where do you want to go? What do you believe in God for? Sometimes your seed could be prayer. Sometimes your seed could just be service. Maybe you just serve at your local church. That could be a seed. You know, and I will say, we don't tell God how the harvest comes. We just be open to the harvest. So I could say, God, I want the harvest to be this and look like this. And that's not how it works. God brings the harvest. All we do is put the seed in the ground. Okay. And God picks when the harvest comes and he brings the harvest. We just put the seed in the ground. So if you have seed in the ground, the harvest will come. But if you have no seed in the ground and you have not really stuck with something and you went back and forth and you really not really stood on nothing and you've not just got focused on anything, then with that being said, then that makes sense why the seed is, it don't know to grow or to get plucked. And maybe when it starts to grow, you pluck it out, you know. And I've definitely been there where I would have an idea and I would start to move on it and then I would pluck it out and stop working on it. My name, or my Instagram name, is Morgan Tracy J, same as my YouTube. And let me see. But I want to give a big shout out. So far, since we've been on here, we've got a couple ebook orders. So shout out to the people that have been buying the ebooks, okay? Shout out to you guys for that $5 ebook sale that's going on right now. You can click that link. It literally is going to end probably by the end of today, early tomorrow. And so you can check out that ebook sale anytime you would like. And It is $5. And if you've ever wanted to give to my ministry in any way or anything like that, then that is how you do that, okay? So, and I know that YouTube has like these super chat things going on and all that, and I definitely appreciate that. But I don't know anything about that. Honestly, I don't know anything about that. And so, you know, guys, it's getting real over here. Click that link right there. I have it pinned. It is my $5 ebook sale. I hope that it blesses you. And if you've ever wanted to donate to my ministry, if my ministry has blessed you in any single way, if my ministry has poured into you in any way, then I would encourage you not donating by YouTube's whatever this thing is that it is, I don't know. Go to His Daughter's Closet and donate into the ministry. If you have a lightly worn prom dress, donate a prom dress to the girls in Oklahoma. So if you have a lightly worn prom dress, donate a prom dress. If you want to donate in any way, donate into our bookstore or buy a book, buy a product, buy our Fearless merch, buy something there, because that will be very helpful. So anyways, you guys, I hope this live kind of blessed you and encouraged you. And don't forget, Princess said join her membership. Amen. I have a membership as well. Don't forget, I want you to leave with going into the next week. Ariana, you can go to our website and we have all the information there, hisdaughterscloset.com, on how to send the dress. But don't forget, how you have seed in the ground. Do you have seed in the ground? And going forward, if you don't have seed in the ground, get some seed in the ground today. Like literally get some seed in the ground. If that means you got to stop and do a quick prayer and ask the Lord about something specific, then let that prayer, if you got $1 real quick, be like, this dollar represents this particular thing I believe in God for, and sow that seed. I don't care how you do it, but you want to have some seed in the ground, okay? So I thank you guys so much for joining me here on live. This was random. I'm supposed to be technically on lunch break here at my office, but I just jumped on Instagram Live, now YouTube Live, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Get some seed in the ground, and me doing this little $5 book sale actually reminded me of the seed that I have in the ground. So I will say this, you guys, we have 2 more orders real quick. It looks like Bolaney, she bought one. It looked like Rakina bought something. Amen. Thank you. Also, it looks like Amber. Thank you, Amber. Amber bought something. Kiata is my girl. I know her. Kiata bought some stuff. Melissa bought some stuff. Roxanne bought some. So thank you so much for just doing, for pouring into my ministry. If you want to get one of the books, get one of the books. But so far, we've done some really good things. And so I'm so grateful for all of you. Someone said you need to get a moderator in here. I definitely do. We got a Bible study coming up really soon. And so if you are a part of my ministry's email list, then you will get that email. You probably got that email today. Yeah, you got the email today. So we have a Bible study coming up very soon, which is going to be, if you're in the membership, it's going to be on Zoom. But if you're not, it's going to be broadcasted on YouTube. So it's going to be broadcasted here. So maybe we do need to get some monitors for that Bible study. So nobody won't be in here telling me I'm so pretty and my lips look beautiful and all kinds of stuff. Like, I ain't got time for that. Not the books being sold. Let's see. I don't know what you're looking at, but the books are not sold. Their books are not sold out. They are not. They're all available. So check it out. Click that link. And I am so happy to be pouring into you guys. I will say that to me, it honestly looks like some people are starting to drop money in my ministry. Like I said, the girl just did this over here for 99 on Euro. But this past week on YouTube, it showed me like somebody sent me money. And so I'm like, when did they start doing this? So I don't know when that started happening. I don't know when that little feature or YouTube opened that feature to my channel, but they must have just did, because all of a sudden this last week I've been getting like people sending money there. And I definitely appreciate that. And I thank you so much. But if you have a lightly worn prom dress, I would love that, because I know that's going to go to a teen here in Oklahoma. And if you had wanted to get a book or something like that, then that would be really helpful too. So I definitely thank you ladies so much for being a part of the ministry and just a part of everything we're doing here. And anyways, ladies, thank you so much for everything. And so shout out to all of you who are buying books. who have bought books, but who are getting ready to buy that book. When we get off here, click that link, y'all. Please go buy some books. I know it's going to bless you. It's going to evolve your life. And if you want a better life, you got to get some new knowledge. You got to get some new information. So get that new information, get it inside your heart, and I know God is going to bless it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.